When I first started learning the German language, I was laughed at, and people asked me, Evan, why would you learn such an ugly language? And to that, I'm a bit insulted. I consider the German language very beautiful. Yes, it may have 48 different adjective endings, but they're there for a reason, okay? They like their structure, and they stick by their rules. One of the reasons I think German is so beautiful is for its practicality. Why make up a new word when you can just combine 2, 3, 4, even 5 previous words into one word? Boom! You've just got your new meaning. Why say insurance companies providing legal protection when you could say Rechtsschutzversicherungsgesellschaften? I mean, that just flows off the tongue, really. And all it needed was one word. And so today, I'm gonna be going over my favorites, my funniest, and the most interesting words in the German language. Let's go. And the first example is a very popular one that really portrays how practical the German language is. You see, if there's already a word for something you put on your feet, you know, as a form of clothing to keep them warm and keep them out, you know, shoes, why not just use the same one for hands? Gloves? What's a glove? No. We got hand shoes. Hand shoes. Gloves in German. Handschuhe. Perfect. Also, this is a look, I just want to say. Like me, I'm the handshoe man. I'm very handshoe. Usually when you're learning a new language, the lessons like to start with animals, so you learn different animal names. With German, it's super easy because you just have to describe them, and that's their name. Wow, that's a lazy animal. What a Faultier. It's a sloth. It's the Faultier. Lazy perfect. When you look at a turtle, what do you see? Because I know what I see here. I see a toad with a shield. All right, Schildkröte. It's pretty obvious. Come on. Now, if I asked you what a Schnecke was, you'd probably guess, is it a snake? That's a good guess. It's a false cognate. It's actually a snail. But let's look at that snail and take the shell off. It's just a naked snail. Why call it a slug? It's a Nachtschnecke. That animal smells. What a stinky animal. Stinktier. It's a skunk. When you have to wait behind people in England, which is part of the culture here, you just wait in a letter filled with 4 nonsense letters afterwards. A queue. In America, we wait in a line because we like geometry. In Germany, well, the wait in a snake, a Schlange. It kind of, I'm going to be honest, it does snake. It makes sense, but it's also, you know, a pejorative for dick. So, we're going to wait in this dick, the Schlange. Is that a thing? Can you wait in a Schlange? Now, we do have our fair share of slang in English. For instance, if someone gets a tattoo above their butt on their back, it's usually referred to as a tramp stamp. In Germany, they took that a step further. That's just Arschgeweih. Ass antlers. Just imagine an antlers coming out my butt. Arschgeweih.
Josh, I'm breaking up with you.
Gummerspeck. Grief bacon! When my brother and I were kids, we used to make up fun insults by combining vulgar words with something innocent, put them together, and you've got yourself a funny little insult. Be like, don't be such a penis waffle, and you'd be like, don't be such a vagina pancake. Well, in German, they took that childlike insult and they made it real and popular, and you know what? They call people Arschgeige. That is an ass violin. All right. Don't be such an Arschgeige. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. It sounds fun. I'm gonna use that and be like, ass violin. Was it tootin'? Is it playing on the strings of my butt? I don't know. It's German. It's pretty. It's a beautiful language. Like I said, it's beautiful. We've all had one of those moments when we had one too many drinks and then we came up with a really good idea that we ended up regretting quite a lot. What is the word for that? We don't really have one. Well, Germans do. It's a Schnapsidee. Schnapps idea. An idea after drinking too many schnapps. Perfect. I mean, it's not perfect. I should stop having all those regrets. If you only speak English, you might be hearing a lot of these words for the first time. But there are a lot of German words that have weaseled their way in to English vernacular, such as Zeitgeist. I learned that in university. The spirit of the times. Zeit means time. Geist means ghost. Time ghost? Time ghost? One that you'll see on all those like inspirational Instagram posts is Fernweh, which is basically a wanderlust, a sense of longing to leave and travel, like the opposite of homesickness. When you're away and you just really, really want to go home, imagine that, but the opposite. You're home and you're like, oh, I need to go out and travel. I've got Fernweh. Just make sure you don't pronounce it Fernweh, okay? That's not it. It's Fernweh. Now the next one's very special, and any German watching this will have heard the word many times. It's used colloquially in every type of speech, and it's a nice thing to use if you're trying to chat up a member of the opposite sex. The word is Fotze. Now Fotze can be used in many different ways, but in a chat up way, Fot is short for Fotomodell, basically a photo model, and Z is short for time bomb. Fotze, photo model, time bomb. Basically, when you use those together and you use it on someone like, oh, du bist ein Fotze, you're saying it's only a matter of time before you're a photo model. You're so beautiful. What a Fotze. Learning German with Evan. We're gonna get into toilet humor here because you know what? I've had some bad food and it all just came out in the toilet, okay? It just went right through me. Through fall. It was diarrhea, okay? Why call it diarrhea when you can just call it Durchfall? Through fall. Food goes in, whoop, falls right out. So gross. Speaking of a toilet, I think I need to go check out something in there. Toilet glasses. Blue glasses. Clobrilla. Now, even though I find German very beautiful, I do find their insults are funny sometimes and sometimes a bit lame. For instance, you may have heard this word if you've read the second John Green book, An Abundance of Catherines, but if you're a guy, usually you stand up to pee. If you sit to pee, it's like, oh, don't sit to pee, or you're a woman or something. Gender roles. In German, we have a word for that. A sitzpinkler. You sits to pinkle. You're a sitzpinkler. Don't be one of those guys. Stand up and pee all over the place. Sitzpinkler. Do you guys ever spend each waking night closing your eyes trying to get some sleep while your mind just constantly plays movies of all your massive mess-ups today, the day before, every year of your life? Well, there's a word for that in German. Kopfkino. Your head cinema. You get to play the things out in the little cinema in your head. Kopfkino. I mean, it doesn't have to be bad, to be fair. I took it a pretty negative approach. You can think of the positive things in your life, like that time that you did something nice and just plays in your head over and over. Now, this is how I know I was meant to learn German. When I was a kid and you jump in the pool, what do you yell when you do a cannonball? You yell cannonball. I don't know why you have to announce it like you're a Pokemon that's also swimming, but that's what you do. I had another name for the cannonball when I was a kid. Butt bomb. I would yell that. Butt bomb. Guess what? German. Arschebombe. Ass bomb. That's it. It's an ass bomb. I mean, it's a good name for it. If I'm going to jump in a pool now, I'm going to be like, Arschbombe. Arschobama. I'm not going to get into politics here. As we inevitably get older and get closer and closer to death, we begin to get scared. We begin to panic that maybe our life goals will never be completed before we die. It gets really deep, right? What's the word for that in English? You could say midlife crisis, maybe, 3 words, but I don't really know. There's no accurate way of describing it. But in German, we have Torschlusspanik. Tor, gate or goal. Schluss, closed, and panic. Panic! At the disco. That's right, you're scared of dying before your previous goals of meeting Brendan Urie from Panic at the Disco come to pass. We've all been there. Have you ever been having some banter, you know, some classic schnick-schnack with the lads, and then your mate Luke is like, oi mate, your mum. And you're like, oh, gosh, he got me. You take the L. You're walking down the stairs after you leave the house because you just have to give up, and then you're like, your mom! You come up with that joke, oh darn, it's too late. I've already left the house. It's a Treppenwitz, right? It's a joke that you came up with afterwards. It's when you come up with a joke when it's too late. It's too late to use it. You can't just George Costanza it and come back the next day and try and use it. It doesn't work like that, okay? It's a joke when it's too late that you came up with. It's a beautiful word. Why don't we have that in English? Treppenwitz. Staircase joke.
Hey Evan, what you got there?
Oh, nothing. Just my rain shield. Reagan shield. We gotta protect ourselves. Get a shield from Ronald Reagan. He's coming for you. When you think about it, the human body is pretty symmetrical. I mean, we got 2 arms, 2 legs, 2 eyes, 2 ears. Why would you have to make up a word for every different part of the body when you could just reuse some? That's what the Germans would say. You might think of this as a wrist. I think of it as a hand joint. Handgelenk. Makes way more sense to me. I risked my case. Let's think about this practically. Your teeth, basically bones, but your gums, very meaty, right? It's the fleshy part of your mouth. Why make up a new word, gums, when you can just say tooth meat? Zahnfleisch. Zahnfleisch. I mean, it looks like flesh, right? Zahnfleisch. There's a big movement in the United States right now to desexualize the nipple. The nipple is seen as an overly sexualized thing. Now, in German culture, I don't necessarily know how sexual the nipple is. I just know it must be pretty difficult to sexualize something that's referred to as a breastwort. Brustwarts. Hello, Shona. Want to grab my Brustwarzen? No? You do not like my breastwarts? Free the breastwarts. In America, when we want to clean something up, we just use the vacuum because, you know, it's a device, it creates a vacuum, which creates suction. In England, they use the Hoover because they really love Herbert Hoover. He was a good president, I guess. In Germany, more literal. Okay, we gotta go more literal. What does it do? It sucks the dust. Staubsauger. Sucking that dust up, dust sucker. Come here and suck my dust. Now in English, we get our light from a light bulb, which is, to be fair, a compound noun in itself. It produces light and it looks like a plant bulb, possibly. German, they get it a bit more exact with Glühbirne. Glowing pear. It does look like a pear. I think that's cute. It's cute. Glowing pear. Turn on the glowing pear, darling. Oh, thank you. You're eating out with your friends. You order the same thing you usually do, but then your friend orders something different, gets his food, you look at it, you're like, ooh, I've got some food envy. That's the word we'd use. We've got one word in German, Futterneid. You just got that envy of the food. Futter, I'd use that from now on if I were you. It's a good word. And one of my all-time favorite German words, the German word that basically got me to make this video. I made a tweet about it the other day and it went quite viral. What do you call the contraceptive pill that you take if you don't want to have babies? Die Anti-Baby-Pillen. You can't get more practical than that. Anti-Baby-Pillen. It tells you everything about the word, everything about the pill right there. Now, I did have some people try and correct me and say, Evan, It's actually sometimes just referred to as die Pille. But even that tells you the answer right there. You give it to yourself, and what happens to the baby? Die. Die Pille. I love German. Now, if you are learning German, but you're having a hard time remembering a lot of different words, just remember one word. Zeug. Zeug just means thing or stuff. Throw it at the end of any other word, and guess what? Germans are gonna understand because it's already a word. Oh, hey, Luke. I love your vehicle.
Vehicle? This is my drive thing.
Fahrzeug.
How's that? Do you want to go for another one?
Hold on. Pause for plane.
Don't you mean fly thing?
Flugzeug. Whoa, Josh, do you have a lighter?
Oh, you mean my fire thing?
I guess. Feuerzeug. I guess this is called a wax thing.
No, it's just a candle.
Hey Evan, that's a really nice fridge.
Oh, do you mean my cool cabinet?
Kühlschrank.
Wow, I love all this foliage.
Don't you mean green stuff?
No.
Grünzeug. Hey, James.
Oh, hey Evan.
I really love your bedding.
This is my bed stuff.
Bedzeug. Well, hopefully you enjoyed my video. If you did, you can give it a big thumbs up below. I appreciate that. And subscribe. I make new videos every Sunday. Hopefully I didn't make a cuddle muddle of this video. I don't think I did. I really enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys next Sunday. If I left out any funny German words that I should have put in this video, please tell me in the comments. We can laugh at it together. I'll see you guys next week. Goodbye. Hey Josh, can I borrow your lighter?
Don't you mean a fire?
Don't you mean my fire thing?
Yes, you can.
Hey, Dad! Oh!